Ladies and mostly gentlemen, today we're going to talk about flying, and more specifically, flying in Shadowlands. How are we going to unlock it, and when are we actually going to be able to fly? But before we get into that, guys, I just want to thank the sponsor of this video, and that is my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to check me out streaming Shadowlands every single day, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM. Also, we are insanely close to 100,000 subscribers on YouTube right now, guys, so if you haven't subscribed, please do that. It'd be super appreciated. I've got a ton more Shadowlands content coming up real soon, so yeah, we're super close to that 100k silver play button, so yeah, please do subscribe. Right, so flying in Shadowlands. Now, there is a lot of information out there, and I just kind of wanted to make a video rounding up all that information, making some assumptions on how and when we're going to be able to fly, and then talking about kind of the technical aspect of it as well, because there is some very interesting things in the way that the Shadowlands was created, where flying might become a little bit of an issue, and yeah, they've probably got some technical limitations in regarding to that. So first and foremost, our first piece of information about flying came out in an interview with John Haidt by Hazelnutty Games, and this is what he had to say.
You won't be able to fly when Shadowlands is released. We think it's super important that you experience the world as intended, that you meet everything on it, and that you go through the quests and really take it all in from the ground. But then we realized that as you get further along in the expansion, you've revisited zones, that you like the convenience of being able to fly to areas. And so we did hear feedback from players about how pathfinding worked in BFA, and kind of the complaints about the rep grind they felt they had to do to achieve it. So what we're going to do with unlocking flying in Shadowlands is that this will be based off of Renown. So as you develop your reputation with your Covenant, that will effectively not your reputation, I'm sorry, your renown with your Covenant, that will effectively unlock.
So if you guys want to check out that full interview with Hazel and John Haidt, I'll leave a link in the description below this video. So Renown is essentially like a reputation, but it's a lot easier to unlock. Essentially right now there are 40 levels of Renown, and every week 3 levels of Renown are unlocked. And essentially, yeah, that's how it goes. And if you miss a couple weeks, they have some catch-up systems as well. And there are 3 main ways to gain Renown right now, which is just bringing back Anima to your Sanctum, getting souls from the Maw, and doing your Covenant campaign. So yeah, that's basically it. And then the catch-up system is pretty much just, they've added Renown rewards to like dungeons and battlegrounds and things like that. So essentially you're probably never going to fall behind on Renown, even if you miss a couple weeks or whatever. Just doing basic activities will catch you up. And as I said, 40 levels right now, and none of the rewards from those 40 levels do mention flying. So presumably when this does come out, you would imagine that the Renown level will go up, maybe to 50 or 60, and one of those will be the requirement for the Pathfinder achievement. Which brings me to the next point of when can we fly? When can we fly in the Shadowlands? Now history dictates in the 0.2 patch of every expansion, we will get Pathfinder. In Legion that happened, in BFA that happened. But it was clarified recently by Ian with an interview with Wowhead that it actually is going to come in the first content patch of Shadowlands. So 9.1. we will be getting flying. So realistically, kind of early next year, we're going to be looking at getting into 9.1 and getting flying. So very quick this time around, which is awesome. I know from my experience in BFA and in Legion, the 0.2 patch just felt so long to not fly. So personally, I think it's going to feel really great going into that first content patch and being able to unlock flying straight away. Because there are some zones in Shadowlands that are very much required flying. Like Revendreth is a great zone, but I think with flying, it would be 1,000 times better in my opinion. Now, as I said at the start of the video, some technical limitations in regarding to flying in the Shadowlands. So this is the way that the Shadowlands map is created. You've got all of the zones here and little bits of kind of nothingness between them. Now, this nothingness is essentially literally nothing. Like when you do fly between zones on the Flight Master, you kind of get this in-between thing with the little like, tubular thing that looks like something from Doctor Who or Star Wars or something like that. But that's obviously on a set path. Outside of that, there's nothing. There's just kind of like development space of nothing at all. So realistically, they would have to maybe fill this out with something if you did want to fly between zones. Or my kind of idea was a bit of a random one, but potentially this could work. So in the game Metal Gear Solid 3, when you went between zones, it did kind of like a cutscene thing when you went through this kind of path. And that's what I could imagine something would happen. So let's say, for example, you fly to the north of Bastion, you kind of get like a fade out animation, and then you end up in the southern part of Maldraxxus. That's kind of what I could imagine would happen. I don't know if that's actually something that is possible by the devs. I don't know how that would work. The only other thing is potentially just having these kind of waygates everywhere, where you just kind of zip through that and then you're suddenly like in Ouroboros or whatever. But again, I don't know what their plans are for that. I think it's a very interesting technical limitation for them. It's not something they've had to deal with before, so I'm very interested to see how they get around this milestone. Do let me know down below if you do have any theories on how that could actually potentially work, because yeah, I'm very interested to see. I mean, a very easy one would just be let us fly through the in-between kind of tunnel things, but yeah, I don't know what their plans are, but I'm very interested to see what happens when 9.1 does drop. So here's my prediction for Pathfinder in Shadowlands. Number 1 will be explore all of the Shadowlands. Explore the Moor, explore Bastion, explore all of those zones. That will be one of the requirements. The second requirement will probably be doing 100 world quests in the Shadowlands. This is actually an achievement that already exists. Next will probably be Shadowlands Loremaster. Now, Loremaster does include all the side quests, so go and do those if you haven't already. They're super great anyway, so you should just do them. And I think the other thing will obviously be Covenant campaign completion, and in turn that would require a certain level of renown. And that's my prediction for the Shadowlands Pathfinder achievement. That's kind of looking at the way that the BFA and Legion one works. Blizzard are a creature of habit. I would imagine they wouldn't deter too much from the system there. And honestly, that list of requirements doesn't sound too hard at all. A lot of it you can do right now, and honestly, you should just be going out and exploring and doing the side quests anyway, because it's fun to do. And of course, just passively, you're probably going to get the 100 world quest achievement. I mean, I'm already on like 70 something, I think. So yeah, I think we're going to get that one pretty quickly. So yeah, that's basically it, guys. That is what we know about flying. Flying is coming in patch 9.1 of the Shadowlands, and that's going to be super great. I'm really looking forward to how they do it, and I really hope that they do Covenant flying mounts as well. That's going to be great. I really hope they do something like that. I would love to see it. I would love to see how they would work that. Please give me Kyrian wings. That's all I'm asking. Give me the ability to fly with wings as a Kyrian. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this. Let me know your theories on how they're going to do flying in Shadowlands and all that good stuff. And if you have any more information I might have missed, do let me know. But before I go, guys, I'd like to give a massive shout out to my amazing patrons, YouTube channel members, and Twitch subs. You guys are awesome. And if you'd like to support the channel in any of those ways, links are down below. So leave a like on this video, guys, if you liked it, and subscribe if you hadn't. I've also got a partner Discord channel with over 3,000 members. And as I said, I am now streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to check me out streaming Shadowlands every single day, we're doing mount runs, we're doing Mythic Zeros, we're doing all that kind of stuff with viewers over on the EU server. So if you want to check me out, guys, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.